Welcome back. We're joined with John Heatherton from Farmers Insurance. John,
Yes.
thanks for taking time to join us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
John, for some of our viewers maybe not familiar with Farmers or you,
Okay.
give us an overview.
Well, my family started our agency here in Lake Tahoe in 1968. So we've been doing homeowners and auto insurance and basically all types of insurance in California and Nevada since then. I got involved right out of college, right in '94 with my dad, and then bought him out a few years ago, about 5 years ago. So we've been loving Lake Tahoe, and I'm just happy to be able to have my family up here and let them get grown up here like I did.
John, it's summertime, return of warm temperatures.
Yep.
I look around and you still see some roofs here in South Lake Tahoe with shake shingles. Is that something that you still insure, or what's the
Yeah, it's surprising that there are still wood shake roofs because I think statistically the majority of them are 35 plus years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it can create issues. A lot of companies don't like them. We're fortunate to have an outlet for them through a specialty company we own called Foremost, and they do come with a little bit of a surcharge. It's usually not cost prohibitive. It's a lot cheaper than replacing the roof, but we do take care of them, and it is surprising that there is as many as there are.
I'm surprised at how many property owners, don't revisit with their agent or with their insurance company. Do they have the right coverages? Is that something you specialize in? You walk through, take the time?
Yeah, actually, we've become even much more proactive than we were in the past this year about calling people and getting them in for, we call them a farmers-friendly review.
Mm-hmm.
But coming up on the 5-year anniversary of Angora Fire, that having gone through that at the magnitude that we did, that seems to be the most important thing that anyone can do with their insurance.
Say, first-time homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things that I should be, thaware of, before I make that purchase? And what are some of the things that you walk new owners
Yeah,
through?
a great question.
From a coverage standpoint.
From a coverage standpoint, the most important thing, we get this asked all the time with property values dropping when they were up so high. How come my insurance doesn't match the purchase price? Well, we don't insure the value of the land, first of all. That's going to be there if the home gets all the way destroyed. We're trying to match up with a realistic reconstruction cost. So that can be difficult. Prices have fluctuated lately, but here's where the review comes in really good, and then just letting people know to evaluate different deductible choices to contain their premium and make it so it's affordable and doesn't break them.
We've got a lot of property owners here in the basin that are from the Bay Area, from Sacramento.
Yep.
And some of them use those properties as vacation rentals.
Correct.
Is it a different insurance agreement based on a single family use, or if you use it as a property vacation rental and you use it sometimes?
Yeah, most definitely it is. The types or the forms of coverages and what's provided is essentially the same. What comes into play though is when you get into in the contract what the intended use is of the property.
I could ask you questions all day. Probably don't have enough time for all of that. How do people get a hold of you? What's the phone number? Where's the website?
Yep.
And
Excellent.
where are you located?
Very easy phone number, 530-541-7500. On the web, the easiest one to remember is probably www.johnheathertonagency.com. And we're located right at Highway 50 in Tahoe Keys, 2264 Lake Tahoe Boulevard, number 12.
John, I appreciate you taking time to join us.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. The Legal Minute is coming up next.